much of tarot. I think I need a little more light. Yeah, a little bit better. Yes, so welcome to my channel. For those of you who, you know, have already been tuned in for a while, checking in, well, welcome back. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm grateful for you and your presence. Thank you for showing up and, being here as a part of the collective energy. If you haven't done so already, like, share, and subscribe. But yeah, enough of all of that. It's oh, look at that. As I'm about to split the deck to start, we have the Sun here and the Temperance. I like that. That's just starting off. It's a very beautiful day here in the tri-state area. I'm in Connecticut, like on the New York border. So, um, you know, we had it's a little chilly. Like, you definitely need like a jacket at least out here right now, but like nothing too crazy, right? Let's turn this way. Um, but yes, hopefully you guys are getting some nice weather as well. Um, so on and so forth. But yeah, so obviously you're here for a reason, right? And that reason is that you guys want to know what's going on when it comes to your future love. I just saw the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Nice. Talking about some kind of clarity and big gift in some way coming in. But yes, so a lot of you guys are obviously single. And just kind of trying to figure out, so where is this person at? Like, what do I need to know about them? So figured I'd do that. I'm not gonna ramble on too much. We're gonna just kind of jump right into it. I just shuffled again just because. Spirit, may let positive energy into this reading for the collective energy. Please show them what they need to know and see at this time for their highest good. I know there's no one actually here yet, but it is what it is. I don't want to ramble on too long, that's why. I did just see 222 on the clock. So yeah, let's get ready to get started. Bottom of the deck we have the moon. So maybe there's some fears attached to moving in a new direction when it comes to romance. I'm gonna take my Fitbit off because I did not make my steps for today. Those of you who watch me or have been watching me, I'm a weirdo when it comes to that. I don't like my Fitbit to think that I've done more activity than what I've actually done, so I take it off during meetings unless I made my steps already. But anyway, so spirit. Uh, we're gonna just jump right into the tarot portion, and then we'll look a little bit deeper with some oracle cards later. But for now, yeah, we're gonna just jump right into the tarot. All right, spirit. So, where's the collective now when it comes to love? Where are they now when it comes to their love life? Where's the collective now when it comes to love? Thank you. All right. All right. So we have the Seven of Pentacles here. Let's see, what am I getting as a message for that? Got it. That makes sense. And that's where I thought this was going. Okay, so you guys currently, or in your recent past, um, you put a lot of time and effort into something, right? That you had to distance yourself from, with this Three of Wands here in the bottom of the deck. You distanced yourself from something that no longer was serving you. And this is something that was very heartbreaking. This is something that, was painful for you. And like I said, you put a lot of time into it. So you kind of been just kind of doing some soul searching. You've been in hermit mode, spending a lot of time alone, focusing on oneself, which makes a lot of sense to me. That's why we're doing this reading, right? A lot of people right now, have done the whole, working on thyself and the healing process. Now what, right? What's coming towards me kind of thing. So, like I said, I think a lot of you guys might have put a lot of time and effort into the wrong partnerships. In particular, I feel like this most recent one, whenever that was for you, like for me, I can say like my most recent one, well, not the most recent, but the one right before that, that was actually the most painful, was going on 3 years ago. For some of you, it could be a little more recent than that. But I say that to make the point that, whatever the case, this was something that definitely you put that time and effort into, and it didn't go anywhere. And, you had to, really do this deep inner work to kind of get to where you are currently. So we're going to look deeper into what that entails right now. So, Spirit, what are some of the challenges, or what's like one of the biggest challenges that a lot of the collective energy has experienced when it comes to love? Clearest, most accurate message. Thank you. I feel like incompatibility was probably one of the biggest things. Betrayals, incompatibility, dealing with somebody who was, very domineering over you. This King of Swords energy. Um, that's the big thing I'm getting. I'm getting more than one download at the same time, so bear with me. But the main thing I'm picking up on is that there's a sense of, for a lot of you, you were dealing with somebody who could have been an air sign, possibly take that part as it resonates. But even if they weren't an air sign, the point of the matter is, it's somebody who was very like, I'm getting like somebody who might have even played like mind games with you, and that, or they were just very cold and just like not very loving. And there was a sense of incompatibility there, because you're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. So that's somebody who's very grounded, somebody who is very giving and generous as well. Um, but the King of Swords is somebody who's very cold, in their lower, vibrating self. That is somebody who's cold, not very. They don't really show much emotion, that type of stuff. So I think that this might have been like a pattern. That's why I just heard pattern. Maybe you've had a tendency to pick people who or be involved with people who happen to be like emotionally detached, is what I'm kind of picking up on. And again, I get it, but the thing is, you've closed this cycle out with whoever that person is or these people are. And if this was a pattern, then this is something that's happened quite a bit. It's like, that last straw that broke the camel's back kind of energy with this. Everything is fine. It's the equivalent of the Ten of Swords in this deck, but it's in the reverse technically, meaning you're getting out of this, hence the world being on the bottom of the deck. You're getting out of that energy of, the pain and the betrayals and the disappointments and all of that. Um, so, not only are you getting out of that energy, but you've been working on the healing process that came with it as well. Um, Tell us more. What else does the collective need to know? Where are they currently, maybe when it comes to their self-love portion of this journey? Because that's important, right? Once we've been through the heartbreaks and losses and things like that, we have to rebuild ourselves and figure out, okay, so where am I? Who am I? Doing that introspective shadow work and all of that stuff to, be ready for love when it does come. So where is the collective right now when it comes to their self-love part of this? Nice. Queen of Cups. So I like that. Some of you might have water in your chart. But I feel like you're really pouring into yourself right now. I feel like you guys have, after dealing with people who, were really like just cold and calculating and, emotionally detached, all that stuff. Like, I feel like you're really coming into yourself in the way of, pouring into your cup and making sure that you haven't closed yourself off completely, which is a good thing, right? We don't want to become so cold and callous that, we don't even allow love to come into our energy when the time is right. I feel like you guys are in this, energy of, you've done the work. You're working very, very much on yourself right now. We got the Four of Swords here on the bottom of the deck, so that's also letting us know that you've been doing the healing process. Like, you're not just, how can I put it? You're not just, oh, woe is me. You know what I mean? Like, you actually are doing the inner work and the deeper shadow work that goes with it. Now, that doesn't say that you're not somewhat guarded, right? This Nine of Wands here. But at the same time, you also are aware that, you can't be completely emotionally shut off. Like, that's not fair to yourself and it's not fair to other people, you know. Let people be able to show and prove their worth to you. And then, when that happens, that's when you can welcome, those kind of people into your life who are of a higher um, vibration, people who are going to be, equally, relationships that are equally yoked. Um, they pour into you like you pour into yourself, right? Being able to show another person, okay, this is how I treat me, right? So anybody who treats me as less than that, they got to get the boot. You know what I mean? I like that energy for y'all. It's a very nice energy to be in. Yeah, you're also manifesting, right? We got the magician here in the middle of the deck. So, you're working on yourself, that self-care, that self-love, making sure that, you understand the importance of equal give and take in relationships. I feel like that's probably one of the challenges that needed to be dealt with. We are going to look deeper into like what maybe um, some lessons you had to learn to get to where you're about to go when it comes to love. So we'll get deeper into that as well. Um, so, as a matter of fact, let's ask that now. Pardon me. All right, Spirit. So when it comes to the collective right now, what did they have to learn? What was like one of the biggest lessons they had to learn, or biggest experiences? I'm gonna say this, for some of you, it might have something to do with your ability to speak up for yourself. But let's look deeper. What did the collective have to learn, or what experiences did they have to deal with in order to be preparing themselves for new love coming towards them? There's the most accurate message for the collective. Thank you. I'm getting that. All right, we have the death card here. So there's a couple of lessons I think you really had to learn. One of them was to be able to acknowledge when when enough is enough. Hey girl, hey, what's up, sister? Yeah, so I feel like one of the biggest experiences that needed to be dealt with and lessons that needed to be learned is the fact that you had to allow for this ending to happen, right? Um, I'm even getting like ego death, right? Like really uprooting your whole, like, I won't be shocked if we see the Hierophant at some point, like in the reverse or something, challenging your belief systems and how you view love at this time. Really looking at it from a whole different perspective with a whole new set of eyes, with the Wheel of Fortune here on the bottom of the deck, right? Turning that karmic wheel around into a new direction. You had to learn the lessons that had to be learned in order to have this ego death, if you will. And you had to deal with the pain, the disappointments, right? Those spilt over cups. You see how the camera just did some weird shit just now? Yeah. In order to really see things clearly, you had to go through that. And anytime I look at this card, one thing I kind of really do focus on, especially when I'm doing a love reading, those 3 cups that are spilled over, right? But then those other 2 cups that are still remaining standing. That's what the universe is still, see how it's behind her? It's like she doesn't even realize that, she's about to be offered these other cups. And like, to me, when I think about those 2 cups, it's giving me like 2 of Cups vibes. Like, this energy of, you know, all these other cups were knocked over, and you're crying over spilt milk, but then you turn around, you're like, oh well, shit, when you least expect it, now you got something else coming through. So that's a nice energy. And I think the other big lesson that a lot of you guys had to learn, which I interestingly enough had already said this, was this energy of being able to appreciate and understand the importance of reciprocity in relationships. The 6 of Pentacles here. That's supposed to be about fairness. It's supposed to be about equal give and take. It's supposed to be about, again, I said it earlier, relationships that are like equally yoked. It's about gifts. It's about generosity, right? Remember I was saying how like the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very generous, but you were dealing with somebody like this who's very cold. Not generous at all. Emotionally detached in most cases, so you definitely had to go through like an ego death kind of experience in order for you to realize this. And this has been allowing for you to love up on oneself a little bit more, appreciate yourself more. And again, to show others how you're meant to be treated. Because if they see you loving up on yourself and you're pouring into yourself and, all of that, nobody's gonna even try to step over those boundaries, because they're gonna be like, oh no, they stand on business when it comes to who they are and what they want and what they're accepting in their life. You're not playing those games, right? Because you know exactly what it is that you want. And, you're like, I'm not about to allow nobody to come stepping all over me. As nice as you might still be, being a sweet person isn't a bad thing, right? Don't look at it as a detriment. Just make sure that you're aware of how much of yourself you're giving to other people. Because if you're giving to the point of depletion, or to the point of, overexerting yourself, right? Overpouring into other people who won't even put their fucking toe in a goddamn puddle of water for you. Like, that's not the type of people that you want in your life, right? And that's just in general, not just romantically, just period. Um, you know, Speaking of which, I'm gonna drink to that. I got my little nippy nip right here. You can't see my gangsters hands up, you stupid. Mm-mm. Respect my gangster. All right, spirit. So tell us more. Um, what are some things that might have been holding the collective back when it comes to new love coming towards them? What are some of the things that might have been holding them back? I would not be shocked if it's something with swords, being that I'm getting like a fear-based thing. But let's see. Let's see. Okay. The thing that might have been holding you back is the Four of Pentacles. So I'm getting that, some of you might have, maybe not now, but might have had this, and I mean, it makes sense with that Death card, right? Actually, now I'm thinking about it, it actually makes a lot of sense that this could be the case for some of you. Releasing the heartbreak and that loss that you had to deal with this. See how my camera's doing some weird shit? It doesn't usually have to do this weird autofocus thing, but it's doing some weird stuff. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Five of Cups. This Four of Pentacles. It's like, I think some of you might have had a hard time letting go of that pain, right? But the thing is, on the other side of all of that pain that you've been through, is this big ass offer from the hand of God, the hand of the Most High Almighty, that wants to come in with something for you. But you have to release that old, heartache and pain if you haven't done so already. You have to distance yourself from that with this Three of Wands, and be patient too. Everything happens in divine timing, exactly the way it's meant to. So just understand that, the more that you allow yourself to surrender control, release the old baggage from, those old connections that, might still hurt sometimes, but they don't serve you, right? So release it. Easier said than done. Trust, I understand. I if anybody understands, it's me. So there's no judgment here. But yeah, the more that you guys realize like it's time to let go and release those things, the more likely it is that you're going to be welcoming in what it is that you've been, manifesting. And that, my friends, is that Four of Wands energy. For some of you, it might be a twin flame getting ready to come through. Marriage, stability. Yeah. After successful completion of a cycle. Yeah, you're showing up as an empress. Some of you might even want children. Ooh, be careful though. Because I do feel like there's somebody coming towards you. We already know that to be the case, but if you ain't trying to have babies right now, then just be a little mindful of that. All right, tell us more. Let's get some deets about this person. Give us like the clearest, most accurate message of like what we need to know about this person. How do they present? Thank you. Ooh, okay, look at that. Okay, I like it. New love. All right, Ace of Cups, baby. Okay, give it to me, baby. And that's why I said y'all better be careful. Y'all not trying to get knocked up now. or you're not trying to get somebody knocked up, because look, this card also represents fertility, and we saw the Empress too. I'm just saying. If y'all ain't trying to get pregnant, I'm just saying, y'all gotta be careful. Because, you know, if you believe in birth control, go on birth control. If you're a dude, make sure you're wrapping it up, you know, because I feel like that pull-out game gonna be weak once this person come out. Spirit's funny. That pull-out game might be a little bit weak, and you know, there's gonna be little babies running around and shit. Just saying. I don't mind being a godmama because I ain't having no more kids, so help you, godmommy, godmommy Michelle, or Auntie Michelle, whatever y'all want to call me. I'm all for it. Tell us more. But I like that though. They're showing up in that very, very it's real energy, real love, like that Mary J. Blige, like real love. I'm searching for a real love. I feel like this person, the same way that you're waiting patiently for this to come in, you're waiting for your ships to sail in, because we did see that Three of Wands more than once in this reading. Like they're waiting too, you know. Tell us more. How will the collective meet this person? How/when? Let's see. I don't really do time frames too much, but let's just do a show. Yeah, wow. Okay. Okay, sweetie. Okay. Wow, look at what the fuck? Look at this. These three cards all came out together. Okay, look at this. So we got Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and the Magician. Those all came out together. So this person, wow, they ain't playing about you guys. Like when this time comes, like it's gonna be very, very clear. It's gonna be one of those kind of things, like everything that you've been waiting for or wanting, and vice versa, all of a sudden is just gonna happen. I don't do time frames too much, but I just feel like it's gonna be very clear. It's not gonna be one of, like, we got almost all the swords out here now. I mean, all the aces. Only one that's not here yet is Ace of Wands. Boing, boing, boing. No, stop. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But I mean, the communication is gonna be very good. The Fool is here. Like, they're gonna take a leap of faith towards you, and I feel like they're gonna be just as scared as you are, but they're gonna be like, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna go for it. You know, they're gonna be very clear about what they want, and they're gonna be like, you know what, it's time. Yeah, and I feel like this is after a period of, you know, disharmony and other connections, right? Picking wrong people in the past. This Lover's card in the reverse in the middle of the deck, but I feel like they're remaining optimistic, right? They're working on themselves just like you're working on yourself. Remember I said I feel like the Hierophant is going to come up. Here it is. This is somebody who they want stability. Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, they want stability. They want to come in with a love offer. Like, they're trying to plot. For some of you, might even already know this person. Let's get like maybe one or two more, just so we can get a little bit more insight about who this person is. And we're going to pull oracle cards too, just to really get some feedback about who this person is, where they're at currently on their journey as well, so that we have, you know, a little bit more certainty. Yeah, again, I said this before, but I feel like this person is somebody who's been hurt just as much as you, you know, and they're tired of all the BS as well, because they picked the wrong people in the past, you know, this harmony. But they want true partnership. This Three of Pentacles here. They want teamwork. I don't know why for some of you, now this is very specific, but for some of you or somebody, take this as it resonates. Somebody who ends up watching this, I feel like somebody might meet this person like at work. It might be like an office romance kind of thing, but they're serious about you, and they will be serious about you. Like, it's not going to be like them playing games or whatever. I just heard office politics, so this could be the case for some people. Of course, be careful with office romance, because you know how that goes. But you know, like if there's an HR issue and things like that, you don't want all those problems. But like if your job doesn't, you know, have an issue with you dating coworkers, pay attention to that. Question mark. or like, like colleagues slash like people who, might be like in your networking kind of, you know, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? People who you might network with. Pay attention to them too. Like, like what does the vibe feel like when you talk to certain people? We have Six of Swords. It's being divinely guided and orchestrated to happen this way, between you guys both removing yourselves from those past situations and moving on towards each other. I'm getting. Um, what will this relationship be like for the collective and this new person? I'm not getting reconciliation, so I don't think this is past love for anybody. I was wondering if it was going to be. Of course, everybody's situation is going to be different, so you never know what shows up. But, yeah. What will this relationship end up being like? I would love to see like the Hierophant or something like that, or Two of Cups or something cute. All right. So, what the hell, Spirit? You guys are funny. Okay. So we got the Nine of Wands, right? But hear me out. Nine of Wands is usually not a good card. I mean, it's not a bad card. It just means somebody who's very resilient. They've been through a lot of shit, blah, 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 blah. But we're talking about love right now. So this is giving me like that energy where we talked about it earlier, that energy of, being very like closed off or just really protective of oneself, kind of guarded. But remember I said, for some of you, look what cards flipped out from the top of the deck before I even actually like picked them off. They just came like flying out in my hand, like they turned. For some of you, this is going to be like an office romance thing. We got the Eight of Pentacles. That's about hard work and dedication. It could also just be simply saying that this person is going to be very dedicated to you and vice versa. They're hardworking, you're hardworking, that kind of thing. But take it as it resonates. And what did I say? I said, I hope something cute comes out. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. Two of Cups. And those all came out together. So, I mean, confirmation, phone just buzzed. But now the thing is, remember that first card that was out was that Nine of Wands. This is supporting that card on the bottom of the deck, right? That Hanged Man energy. So it's saying that, you're going to have to kind of let your guard down and vice versa, and possibly, because if you hold on too much to like those old resentments, and remember we saw that energy before as one of the roadblocks. So like, it's time to release that old shit from the past, and really just like be optimistic. Yeah, get out of your head. Don't let your anxieties get to you. Yeah, anxiety. Don't let your anxieties get to you. A lot of Swords energy. So I don't know if you guys have air in your chart or if your person does, but that's coming towards you. But either way, this looks good. It's about letting your guards down, because I feel like this might be both of you guys. I definitely feel it on your end, but I also feel like it's a part of them too, because they've been through a lot as well. So you guys are going to probably put each other through a little bit of hurdles and tests and things. Don't do that. Don't be like little children, testing a person. Like, we're grown-ups, right? Let's allow things to just kind of happen, allow things to blossom and happen exactly the way that they're meant to. So, Spirit, what are some what's some advice like for the collective when it comes to welcoming love into their life? What do they need to kind of know at this time when it comes to that? Thank you. Gotta let go of that old heartbreak and pain. Gotta let it go. That's the thing. Yeah, because again, a lot of you guys are very cold right now. Making a lot of head over heart decisions, which is not necessarily in and of itself a bad thing. But just be mindful of that, because you guys also are this little ooey gooey sweet Queen of Cups. Super sweet. But you guys are just kind of cold and calloused right now because of the things you've been through. So it makes it hard. Like, you might be setting like these boundaries and hurdles and stuff for people to jump over, and they're like, this shit's fucking this is an impenetrable fucking wall. How the hell am I ever supposed to get to this person? Because you've been through so much and you're hurt. or you've been hurt. So it's time to let that go. Slow and steady wins the race, right? You can take your time. That's fine. But don't make things so difficult for the next person that's trying to come through, to the point where they lose interest, because they're gonna be like, I can't I can't, feel like I'm fighting tooth and nail and in this uphill battle to try to prove my worth to this person who I care about and I want them, but they aren't letting me be there. Does that make sense? I hope that's making sense. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys are still showing up as a Queen of Pentacles, somebody who's very giving, right? Very generous. Also, the Queen of Pentacles is also a very loving woman, or female energy. So just understand that it's okay to be giving to a person as long as they are worth that. Don't overextend, right? But don't be so closed off to the point where you don't even allow people in, because that's not fair, to them or to you. Really, you're doing both of yourselves a disservice doing that. So what is some advice when it comes to maybe overall growth and development for the collective energy? Thank you. Backlight. Ooh, ooh. We have 10 of Wands. You gotta, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Yeah, you gotta, drop those burdens. You can't bring all of that baggage with you into the next relationship. That's not fair to you or anyone else. You're showing up as the Empress. Don't forget to be that nurturing, loving, caring person. You actually, I think you showed up as every queen in this reading at some point or another. The only one you didn't show up as is the Queen of Wands. That's the only one that didn't show up. All the other queens showed up. So that's your energy all wrapped into one. So, you guys are the Empress. This is the second time the Empress is showing up. Like, you're leveling up into that energy. But, maybe the reason why this is a download, maybe the reason why that Queen of Wands never showed up is because there's still some sense of confidence you have to work on too. Question mark. Take that as it resonates, but that could be for somebody in particular. There might be that sense of, still working on confidence too, right? Just her confidence boosting. That energy of being able to, again, focus on that self-love. That's very important. Yeah, I keep hearing confidence building. Like it's like a coming in like a loop. Maybe working on daily affirmations might be a good thing. If there's things that you would like to work on when it comes to just your overall self, not just physically, but just in general, that could be something that could help with that building of confidence. But also self-acceptance is important too, right? You shouldn't have to always feel like you have to change something about yourself to feel like you love yourself. Like that's not truly self-love. Now, if you're, dealing with things that, okay, using myself as an example. I always use myself as an example for things. I'm working on losing weight, because I know that physically it's not good to have the weight that I have. I'm not meant to be a heavier woman. I'm just not meant for that. Like if you saw my little skinny ass legs, you'll be like, what the hell? How do you have all this top heaviness and those little tiny little legs like that? It's because I'm not meant to be this size. So it's like, I was 100 pounds soaking wet up until I had my son, pretty much, or up until pregnancy. I got up to 138 while I was pregnant at the end, and I had a 7 pound 6 ounce baby, 19 and a half inches. They're like, where was that baby? I'm like, he was in there. It was like a little basketball. But the point I'm making is I was still a size 2 by the time I was done with my pregnancy. It makes no sense that I'm like closer to a size 10 now, and that's on a good day. Like, and there's nothing wrong with, being a size 10. But what I'm saying is genetically speaking, I know that I'm not supposed to carry a certain amount of weight. When I get on my smart scale and it's telling me my BMI is telling me I'm obese, that's a problem, right? My doctor is telling me, oh, over the years I've been putting on a lot of weight ever since 26, 27, every year putting on a certain amount of weight. And they're like, okay, you got to start being careful. Now I have heart condition, high cholesterol, right? So these are things that it has nothing to do with the physical aspect of how I look anymore. Now it's also about physically. I shouldn't be carrying all this excess weight. I have to do something about it. So now I'm training and working on my diet, right? So I'm just using that as an example. Why am I talking like that? As an example. So in terms of confidence, it's not always about how we look, but it's about how we feel, like literally about our overall well-being, our physical vessel, right? Um, you know, there's just things that we could be doing, that are, going to allow us to be in this more confident space. It doesn't always have to be about physically how you look. It's about how you feel too. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that resonates with somebody, just knowing that, there's a time to focus on oneself. Moving on from all those things that was causing that excess baggage and weight on us. I gotta get that, I gotta get Felicia's juice. I gotta talk to her. I inquired about it already, but I gotta get it. But that leap of faith, right? That leap of faith into the unknown, of knowing that we have, in order to go into where we're trying to go and level up into this Empress energy, we got to release this old baggage. And I'm saying we because I feel like I kind of fall in this category too. We have to release that baggage and not be afraid to take that leap of faith to go into something, into a new area and direction in life, right? Yeah, belly bye-bye. I was looking at my stomach. I'm like, girl, you used to have a six-pack. What happened? That looks like you. I look like you got a little mini keg going on, man. But see, I know I shouldn't talk like that, like bad about myself like that. I say it like as a joke, ha ha ha. But you know what they say. That's like self-deprecation. And I know that's not good either. Yeah, I do a lot of self-deprecating, like the whole, like, you gotta laugh to keep from crying kind of thing. I'm honest, I'm a very honest person. I'm very transparent in that way, but I also know that I have to reel that back because I know, like, as a life coach in particular, we have to be cognizant of our words, right? Especially, when you're talking about mindset and mindfulness and all that. I get it, gotta appreciate every little roll and all of that. Even if it looks like a little bit of a keg right now. I'll get there. Thanks, sis. So are you. All right, so let's get one more. Just one more. Because I like where Spirit was going with that. It's here again. I think it's like the third time in the reading total. But now it's on the actual table. The Fool, right? That leap of faith. We have to do it, As I'm looking at the pictures, it's like, you see the light radiating the sun behind them. And they're just like, oh, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go for it, and focus on, those partnerships in our lives, right? Understanding those, different partnerships that we have that autocorrect, I mean, not autocorrect, autofocus thing that my phone keeps doing all of a sudden. It's weird. It doesn't usually do that. But yeah, being able to, say, I'm going to just go for it. I know that I want certain things, excuse me, certain things in my life. I got to speak up for myself, and be willing to open up to the opportunity of love when it comes to, saying, okay, there's these different partnerships that are coming towards me, or not partnerships, but a partnership, unless you're into that kind of thing. And no judgment, no judgment. Some of y'all might be poly. Okay, not my thing, but somebody might be. More power to you. I don't think I have the confidence for that. But yeah. Also, again, like that sense of the Hermit here doing that soul searching and, really being able to hone in on, understanding your value systems, understanding where you are right now, understanding what you want, welcoming in all these different things, right? Yep. And remaining optimistic about all of it in the process too, with this Page of Wands. But it looks like there's some good stuff coming through. I like it. I like it. I'm going to pull from here. I actually meant to pull from here yesterday. I got this. I literally just got these. It's the Practical Self-Care Oracle cards. I like it because I kind of wanted to, interestingly enough, the card here on the bottom, it says validate your past. You did the best you could. Feel and empathize with your past, not judge it. Exactly. You know, sometimes, you know, we've been through all these different things and we beat ourselves up about it. And it's like, you don't have to beat yourself up or anybody else. Last split the deck we have faith. Remove the doubts and questions. You are ready to step into your blessings and claim what is already yours. Wow. How's that for some confirmations, right? There's a reason why I wanted to pull from this deck because I forgot to do it yesterday. And I was like, I'm going to just keep them over here just in case, you know, there might be a message coming through. I'm happy I pulled from it. So I'm going to just get like 3 from here, maybe 3 or 4. And then we'll look deeper into like what this connection really looks like. Yeah, you know what's funny? This deck, I was ordering something completely different. And it was one of those situations where it's like, oh, you could get it, you know, the 1-day shipping or same day shipping rather. But I needed like $6 more. I was like, fuck, okay, I know what to do. Oracle cards. So I type in Oracle cards. I had some already in my my whatchamacallit, my wish list and stuff. And I was like, okay, I don't really want any of those right now. And then like I accidentally clicked on something. I was like, oh shit, I hope that I didn't accidentally like order something I didn't mean to order. And then this was here. It wasn't like I didn't put it in my cart or anything, but like I ended up on this screen or the screen for these. And I was like, oh, that was God. Apparently I needed these cards. And I like them because I used them on myself last night after I did the reading last night. And I was like, shit, I meant to use these. And I was like, well, fuck it. I'm going to use it for myself and see how I feel about it. I was like, oh, they speaking the truth, though. I like them. So let's see what it says for the collective. Let's get maybe 3 out of here. And then we're going to look into more details about this connection. How funny is that? We have exercise. Love yourself enough to exercise and enjoy the glow of good health. We just talked about that. How's that for synchronicity? So Lati, we gotta hit up our girl and we gotta get that juice, all right? We gotta start juicing. Juice. What we got here? We have music. Music can heal wounds that medicine cannot touch. I agree with that 100%. Because I feel without music, I don't know where I would be in my life. Because music is just so important to me. There's 3 cards that came out together, by the way. So music came out, and we have overcoming obstacles, get back on your feet, gain strength from difficult situations. So maybe they're saying to get past these difficult situations. Music might be a great thing. Maybe like listening to music of like different frequencies and stuff that can help like, you know, balance certain chakras in the body. Be a thing. They came out with self-exploration. Let me see this. Sorry. We have self-exploration. Peel off the false persona and get to know yourself to find your truth. This all came out together. Maybe one of the obstacles was the fact that you have not been your authentic self. I'm even getting for somebody, this is very, very specific. Maybe somebody who ends up watching this might have musical talents. Take this as it resonates. Where they have not explored fully their musical capabilities, maybe because of a fear of being, you know, ostracized and things like that, or they don't feel confident in their abilities. This could be them saying that this could be a time to really start exploring that more, because maybe exercise here isn't necessarily like, for somebody, might not be actual physical exercise, but it could be like exercising your mind and, you know, whatever, like let's say if you play an instrument, right? Working on dexterity, like if you're a pianist or a guitarist, right? It can be something like that. Or, you know, remember your vocal cords are a muscle and an instrument if you have a singing voice. Working on different exercises when it comes to that. That is a very specific message for somebody. So please take that as it resonates. Oh, I like that. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I don't know why, like, all of a sudden, all these, like, Destiny's Child, like, interviews and, like, old performances keep popping up on my feeds on everything. It's so weird. um, I want to go to karaoke. I haven't been to karaoke in years. I used to go every weekend. I haven't been in so long because I don't go anywhere anymore. I just stay in the freaking house. I got to work on that. Especially now that the weather's breaking. You see how bright it is? If I were to move this, y'all would be like, shit, girl, close that. It's really bright out there. We have declutter, let go. Look at that. Let go of old items. Create new sacred space for yourself. Pack light. Ooh, ooh. Pack light, man. Pack lights. All right, let's get one or two more from here. Thank you. Social media detox. No posting, no liking, just living. Don't let it take over your life. Get the fuck off of social media for a little bit. And focus on yourself a little bit more. I would love to do that. I don't want to be on fucking social media, but guess what? When you're a content creator, you don't really have a choice. Kind of sucks. Because I do not like posting. If I can like not post, I would definitely do that, but it doesn't work that way. We have read. The more you read, the more you'll learn. I like it. Okay. So we have faith here on the bottom of the deck again. We have speak up. Remember how I was saying my throat chakra was doing some weird shit? Okay, look at that. You can't make this shit up even if you wanted to. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this sin forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. Remember I said very early on in the reading too. So I said this more than once, about 3 different times I want to say. I said something about for some people, y'all weren't able to speak up or you didn't feel confident about speaking up for yourself. And that could be one of the things that you had to learn to work on for yourself. Take it as it resonates. That's not going to be for everybody. You are charming. Ooh la la. Remember I said something about confidence. Have confidence in your charm. A lot of people gravitate towards you because they like you for you. So sometimes you might worry about the opinion or like how other people perceive you or their opinions of you, and it's like they think you're fucking great, but you are actually the one who's your own detriment because you think so low of yourself. Work on that. And I say that as a message even to myself, because like for instance, especially when I'm doing like all what I'm doing right now, and I'm more in the public eye than I ever had to be in my life. I don't necessarily like it, but I have to do it. So I'm like, I like doing this, but I look like an alky trying to open a fucking nip bottle with my teeth. But yeah, like, I say that to say that just that sense of being able to again utilize our voices, right? Being able to speak for ourselves, being able to speak up and do it with confidence and be authentic, living unapologetically. Like that's a struggle for a lot of us, myself included, or girls, boys, whatever folks end up watching. All right, so let's get a few messages from here just to get a little more insight about this person. And then we'll get ready to start closing out because I don't want to drag this out too long. But I feel like, it is a love reading. So especially when it comes to new love, like, people who've been waiting for a while, they like, okay, I want to know about what's going on with the new person coming in. This person, they looking like the truth to me. I just heard The Truth by India Ari. And he is the truth, said he's so real. And I love the way that he makes me feel. And if I am a reflection of him, then I must be fly. I mean, this person seems like the bomb.com, all right? Okay. I can't do it that good, so don't laugh at me. All right, so remember I was saying before, I do feel like a lot of either like your old situation or your person, like I'm getting like this mirrored energy, quite frankly. Like this could be a twin flame. I said that earlier. Separation is here on the bottom of the deck. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. I don't think that reading this intuitively, like without reading the little blurb, I feel like it's saying that you've separated from somebody who you're no longer dealing with, and now they're in the process of doing the same, or have done the same as well. You know, we'll see. Let's dive deeper. I just heard, it's interesting. Maybe some of you guys like Drew Hill. How deep is your love for me? Tell me what it's gonna be. I don't know where that came from. That was an interesting one. It's my song though. See, this is where I hate the fact that you get flagged for everything. Like, I wish I could just play like a playlist that of things that I want to hear. I have to do all these little, you know, lo-fi, which I like them too, but like the little lo-fi playlists and stuff where you know, lo-fi, no copyright, and then still get flagged sometimes. I'm like, this is some bullshit. I told my son, I was like, babe, I'm gonna need you to freaking make me a like even if it's loops, like play for like 10 minutes and then like just loop it for like an hour. 10 minutes of your life. Not really, because he has to I love Cisco too. But yeah, I told my son, I was like, look, I know technically because you play multiple instruments, so it's gonna take longer than that, but you know, just play like, you know, for like 10 minutes each instrument, you know, and just make something like a lo-fi or jazzy kind of thing for me, and it'll be my own thing. People will be like, oh, what music is that? My son. My baby. All right, so we have date, meeting someone new, exactly. Dating, get back out there, plan, set a date. So I like it because this is the whole purpose of this reading, right? This energy of like this mystery person and like, oh, so something's about to happen, okay? Yeah, so we're about to get date offers. I say we because I'm like, okay. I wouldn't mind falling in that department of things. Tell us more. Something wanted to come out, but it didn't come out all the way. Ooh la la. We have seduction. Seduction. Sexual, sexy, erotic. How you working your body. Might like Usher. You gon' make me do it to you. We have attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. I don't like that last part. But I'm more so getting like this person's gonna be sexy. Now this part I don't necessarily like because it did come out with, okay, got it. Oh, I see. Got it. All right. So it came out with the snake. Didn't like that energy, but when I looked at the other cards that are accompanying it, now I understand why. See, this person is gonna really like you. We have love on the bottom of the deck. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction. So that's how the relationship's going to feel, right? But then they have this other person lingering in the background who all of a sudden is now chasing after them because they left their ass. Chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues. I'm getting that now that this person has moved on, they're going to try to come back into their graces. Or it could be the other way around. It could be this is your situation where now that you're about to move on, now like an ex is going to try to come back and try to infiltrate the whole plan. Like, please get to step in. Nobody wants anything to do with you. Confirmation as my phone just went off. So yeah, so there will be this sense of, you know, options, right? But I feel like they've already made their choice, like, you know, because we do have hand of cards, take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, gambling. So they're going to take their chance. You know, we did see the Fool several times in this reading. So like they're going to take that leap of faith and vice versa, right? They're going to be like, okay, I'm going to go after something different and new because that old shit, I'm releasing that. I don't want that energy back in my life. So that's what I'm picking up on. I feel like when they see them moving on, that's when they're going to all of a sudden want them. Or that could be your situation, or possibly both. Take it as it resonates. We won't really know until it actually happens because it's more future energy, right? Tell us more. But it's always like that, though. I swear they got fucking radar. It's like as soon as they, you know, as soon as you're doing good in your life, oh, here they go. Trying to weasel their little asses back around. Like, yeah, I'm good. No, thank you. Who invited you? There we go. Thank you, Spirit. You can't make this shit up if you wanted to, yo. Sunglasses, yep. You don't get the fuck out of here. Watching, looking, stalking ass. It doesn't actually say that. Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. Yeah. See, when they see y'all doing good, then they want to try to come back around. No, thank you. Self-indulgence. So, because they see you doing this, these cards came out together. Focus on self-worth. Time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. They see you doing good. They see you leveling up and doing your own thing, and you're in this good place. That new person come around, they're gonna lose their fucking marbles. They're gonna be like, what the hell? What happened to so and so? They're gonna be like, oh hell no. And the thing is, you're gonna be like, oh hell no is right. Get the fuck out my face, out of my space. No, thank you. I'm good. You had your chance and you blew it with, being this, you know, emotionally detached individual who treated me like crap and played mind games. Like, why the hell would I want to go back to you? No, thank you. Excuse me. Let's get one or two more from here. Thank you. Love Call. I just heard there's a song by Kim called I think it's called Love Calls. I think that's what the name of this song is. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So I said that earlier. Remember, I said this person is going to be very honest about how they feel. Like, they're not going to play games. They're going to be very, very, like, on point with it. They're going to be strategic, but in a good way, because they know that you're a hot commodity. They're like, oh, I know this person's the shit, and I need to make sure that I don't fuck up here. So they're gonna be very strategic, and they're gonna have the gift of gab a little bit, I think, but not in a way like to play games with you, because we didn't see any like King of Wands or nothing like that. So I think it's more like they're just gonna be very expressive about how they feel. I like that. Like, they're not gonna be playing games. They gotta know exactly what they want, and they're gonna go after what they want. They're gonna be very clear about this. Because what cards was it? It was the Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and the Magician that came out. And right before that was the Ace of Cups. I mean, come on now. Come on now. Tell us more. See, this other old energy too, whether it's your old person or their old person, there was like this sense of codependency. Addiction is here. Codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. For some people, you might have a restraining order against this person. The old person, I don't like that person. They need a skedaddle if I did it. But yeah, this is like that energy of, again, that's person like almost like that. If I can't have you, nobody else can type shit. I'm getting that. Because they see that you've moved on, or you're about to move on into something bigger and better than what they ever were able to provide for you. So, I just heard string along, like, and it's in my left ear. Like, they strung you along for so long, and like now that they see you doing well, like, again, they're like, oh, well, what about me? I also heard handout. Like, I don't know if you used to help them financially or something like that. Or they're going to come in maybe like trying to like get your attention because they need help with something, to see if you'll help them because you were such a giving person, Queen of Pentacles, a very generous giving person. And now they want you like to extend yourself in that way. This is very specific for somebody, but I'm just getting like this sense of like somebody who's going to come in with their hand out and also with their tail between their fucking legs because they feel like a coward for making mistakes. And life is like kind of beating their ass right now. Not your problem, right? Not my monkey, not my circus. Hot chips. I mean, I like anything like spicy. And I like chips. I was eating salt and vinegar chips at work earlier. I told my coworker, I was like, girl, if you don't get the damn chips away from me. And then we got a cookie from the freaking little, our little lounge thing, because they had just made them fresh baked, ooey gooey, soft chocolate chip cookies. Like when you, like you know how like they have like the cookie, what brand is that? Not Maxwell House. That's coffee. I forget what the company that makes the chocolate chips, but like, you know, when they pull the cookies apart and you can see the chocolate, like with the chocolate chips like pulling apart melted. Oh, that was so good. And it tasted, I mean, it looked just like that. Like I thought I was in the commercial. And I was like, damn, all I'm missing is a glass of milk. It was fucking delicious. And now I wonder why this gut won't go away. Let's get a couple more. Oh man, I'm trying to unbig my back, girl. I'm trying to unbig this back. Oh my gosh. Yes, yeah, that's what it is, right? Nestle Toll House cookies. I think that's what it is. There's a reason why I kept saying like this Maxwell. I was saying Maxwell House. I'm like, I know it's not Maxwell House. That's coffee. But yeah, that's what it is. Nestle. Nestle Toll House cookies. I'm sorry. I'm still going through the whole bronchitis. Bronchitis. Where the hell did that come from? Bronchitis thing. Yeah, let's get a couple more from here. But girl, yes, I'm trying to unbig this back. I'm trying to wear a damn two-piece bathing suit this summer. I've been saying that for years. Every time I say, oh, I'm gonna do it, I could have done it like 2.5 years ago. I could have, but I just never. My boyfriend never wanted to at the time. He never wanted to go to the beach. I don't want to go to the beach. I just want to sit in the car and get high all the time. It's like, bro, like, let's get out the car. We don't have to smoke We don't have to smoke a J all the fucking time. We can actually like get out the car and like, you know, walk around. Like, what the fuck are you so scared of? Probably because there's bitches at the fucking park. But that's a whole different conversation. 101 when I said that. Like, is that your bitch? All right, I'm stupid. All right, so we have palm tree here. Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility, along with the phoenix. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. So you guys are, you know, coming out of that old energy, right? Which we already know. And I think same thing for them as well. Coming out of that old energy that no longer serves you guys. And you know, in doing so, you're coming into your sense of stability, you know, coming up from the ashes, right? After, you know, this major rebirth. And we saw that energy earlier. Remember, I said ego death. I said that earlier in the reading. Yeah. And this is after dealing with that runner dynamic that y'all were dealing with. We have runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, and listening to ego. This is a very egotistical fucking person. The butterflies on the top of the deck, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. So this is you guys, like you're in this sense of expansion. I just heard expansion. It doesn't say that on here, but that's what I heard. You're expanding, right? And it's a very transformative period of your life right now. You know, that butterfly energy. I'm also getting the lotus. There's a hey girl, hey. How you doing, Sovereign? Yeah, so this energy of you know, really again transforming and, you know, this transitional phase of life in which it's allowing you after these periods of, you know, dealing with people who were shitheads. These codependent relationships, these relationships with people who were very emotionally detached, right? Emotionally manipulative for some. Yeah, getting out of that energy. You're focusing on being single and enjoying your singleness. We have girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment and having fun. So that's where you guys are. All right, so let's pull from. Let's do the angel oracle deck. I don't think we really need to pull from there. I think we got more than enough insight about where this is going and what's going on. Look at that codependency. When I split the deck, I talked about that just a second ago. There's a sense of codependency at one point, and that's the thing. This person, this old person, they have a codependency problem, and the thing is, it's like because of that codependency, they see how I just dropped the cards. I just heard House of Cards. They're very fragile. They play it off like everything's okay and shit, and everything's all sweet, but it's not. Yeah, they're going through it right now. They're very fragile, and it's because they're realizing now too little too late, that you know, you were the one who was providing stability in their life. You were the one who was super loving, generous, and giving to them, and they didn't give you anything. So now that there's this new energy coming in who's gonna be exactly like your match, like a mirrored image of who you are as a person, but just in a, you know, a different person, you know, another form, probably a twin flame for some, or at least a soulmate. Like, is you know, this person wants stability, they want something real. This old person, they see that you're moving on and you're doing what it is that makes you happy, and now they're going to want to come back into your energy because of it. And it's sad that it has to be this way. We have you deserve love on the bottom of the deck. You are lovable. Some of you might have Sagittarius in your chart. Take that part as it resonates. um I'll try to remember to say all of that. Sovereign, indigenous. I like it. I like it. All right, so let's get a few cards from here, and then we'll get some messages from the heart, and then that should be it, I think. Pay attention to red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Yeah, when this other old fucking person tries to come back into the energy, trying to infiltrate the plan of the things that you've got going on, or your new person's ex-person, or maybe both of those motherfuckers, they need to stay where the hell they're at. Excuse my language. It's like, bro, get on somewhere now. Skedaddle. Wow, your actual name is Queen. That's freaking dope. All right, so I'm gonna just start calling you that when I see you come up. I'm gonna just call you straight up Queen. I love that. That is so dope. Now, I remember when I was a kid, right? I'm a Prince fan. I say it all the time on this channel. And when I was little, I didn't know that was his real name. I was like, his name's actually Prince. Like, I thought I was like weird, but nah, it's like, it's affirmations, man. We gotta know where we came from. Fuck that shit. We gotta celebrate our royalty, right? So to name your kid something that powerful is dope. My son's middle name is Amir, and it means prince. So in Arabic. So even though we're not Arabic, but I just love Arabic names. But yeah, so my son, he always used to be like, oh, why did you name me that? I'm like, because there's power of a name, son. You know, my name is simply Michelle, right? It's just Michelle, but it means one who's like God. My middle name is Renee, and it means rebirth. So there's power of names, you know, and my son's first name is Michael. So his name means the same thing as my name. So it's very, very, very important that we pay attention to what we name our children. Yeah. If I ever have a daughter, I highly doubt it. But if I ever do, I want to name her Imaya, goddess of the ocean. And she's a protector. And she's a Orisha, and she's a queen. So yeah. We'll see. I don't think that's gonna happen, but you know, you never know. If it's in the cards, no pun intended. If it's in the cards, then cool. But you know, no biggie. At least I know I have one kid that has come up to be absolutely amazing, and I'll be okay with just the one. We have attraction here. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And I feel like, you know, between the attraction between you and this person when they come around, and just, you know, that sense of, you know, enjoyment and fulfillment within yourself too, as you focus on yourself at this time. Like, you know, when the time comes, you know, it's going to be really dope, but at the same time, like this energy you're in right now, as you're working on yourself and you're loving up on yourself and all of that, and really showing people who you are and your worth, and showing that to yourself as well, like that's a beautiful energy to be in. We have past life relationship. You have known each other before, so it makes sense, because like twin flames, and nine times out of 10 you guys would have a past life connection of some sort. Let's see what else we got. What else do we got? Hey girl, hey. Yeah, sometimes the algorithm on here and stuff gets so wonky. Even when I'm watching other readers, like I'll see stuff like that happen. It's really annoying. They need to get it together. We have unrequited love. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. That's that past situation, right? That we have brushed our shoulders off and got rid of. Get the monkey up off your back, I just heard. For those of you who are TLC fans, I always say this, but my clear audience is funny because like a lot of times it comes in the form of songs, like it'll be just a part of a song or whatever. And I just heard Get the Monkey Up Off Your Back. So from their first album, there's a song called Shock That Monkey. And it's basically like talking about, like, you know, when you have, like, you know, your partner who doesn't pay attention to you, doesn't see how bad you are or whatever, and that you know, you got it going on, you know, do something that's gonna like make them notice, take notice, and they be like, oh shit. And then like, get the monkey up off your back. Like, yeah, nah. You thought you had it like that. Now you just probably lost me, because now I'm realizing my worth too. Like, that's the unrequited love shit. You know, you putting yourself out there for a person, they don't recognize your worth, and then when you start, you know, showing up and showing out for your damn self, that's when all of a sudden they're like, oh shit, so looking kind of good right now. Or, damn, I had that whole time. Yeah, you did, motherfucker, and you lost it. So that's on you. Let's get more from here. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting. So unfortunately, you know, it's always how it goes. You know, we see all the energy from the new person, and then the old person wants to come infiltrate and shit. But we do have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And I did say something about that earlier, because we did see the page of Wands show up, which is all about remaining optimistic. Worth waiting for. I said something about divine timing before. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Exactly. And then we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So this is that new energy that's coming through. I like this. Oh, wow. That's quite a message there. Miss Lauryn Hill. Oh, look at that. Well, we have wedding in the middle of the deck. Well, shit. This situation involves marriage. Now, ironically, it says situation, but I almost said relationship. But it says the situation involves marriage. So I don't know if that means that there's going to be marriage coming down, you know, down the line, or if that means, like, you know, maybe this person, you know, is going through like a divorce, or like ending a higher level of commitment, or that could be your old energy. Don't know. But, you know, take it as it resonates, because it's going to be different for everybody. All right, so let's get some messages from the heart. Maybe like one or two from here. And I think that probably will be it, I think. But let's see what pops up. For those of you who didn't do it already, if you're new to the channel, welcome, of course. But also, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm trying to be more active on here, and I'm trying to, you know, put myself out there more, and hopefully get more subscribers, and make it worth my while and your while as well. If you feel comfortable, guys, you could also share this. You don't have to if you don't want to. I totally understand if you don't want to, but whatever you can do to help support the channel is perfect for me. Liking it, your reactions are always helpful. The comments in the comment section, all those things are super helpful, and I greatly appreciate all of you. So we have freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So I'm getting more than one message here. That energy of releasing that old shit from the past that needs to still be let go of is part of what I'm getting, because we did see that energy earlier. And I'm also getting that for them, it could be that too. Like, if this is still something they're going through behind the scenes that we don't know yet, because this is somebody who's not in your energy yet. They're working on freeing themselves from this situation. Let's get two more. Wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Divine timing, right? One more from here. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. All right, my loves. Well, that is it. This was a great reading. If you didn't get to catch it from the beginning, when I post it in a few minutes, catch it from the beginning, rewatch, whatever you want to do, replay, all that good stuff. I love you guys so very much. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and I might go on again. I'll just decide and see what I want to do. I might go on. I'm not sure yet, and I have to decide of what I'm gonna do if I do. But anywho, thank you for the support. I love you guys so very much, and until next time, bye.